Welcome back to Trails of Cold Steel New Game Plus. Just met with Olivier and Alvin. Gosh, that was a really good dinner party. And thanks for seeing us out. I never would have guessed you were friends with Prince Alvin of all people. I wish I knew how much of what she said was genuine. Hey, Elise? Huh? Thank you for taking the time to come here today. Take care on your way back to your lodgings. We will, thank you. Thanks for showing us around. Good night. Good night, everyone. And giving her brother the cold shoulder. Wait. Don't worry. I can kind of understand where she's coming from. I doubt anyone could have guessed that Her Highness would extend such a bold invitation to you. I'm not sure how that's my fault. Oh, everything's your fault, Reen. You gotta deal with it. Yes, I almost forgot. Reen, I have a small favor I'd like to ask of you. Of me? Your Highness. Oh, you're going to ask him? But of course. You see, tomorrow I'll be attending a garden party sponsored by the local government for the start of the festival. Or rather, Machias's father invited me to attend. Yeah, I seem to recall hearing that myself. That's the one in the Crystal Garden in Mater Park, right? Indeed. Anyway, let's not waltz around the matter. I was rather hoping that you would join me as my dance partner, Reen. Huh? Does that mean... Do you think Her Highness knows that old saying, a dance today, a wedding tomorrow? I'm sure that's fully in the realm of tabloid speculation. Still, there's no denying that many will interpret it that way. Whoa. Hold on a minute. I don't think I can. I mean, it would be an honor, but it's like too great of an honor for someone like me. Oh, not at all. Your father may be a baron, but the Schwarzers have a long, deep ties with the imperial family. I apologize as this comes off as rude, but inviting you would likely create less opposition if I were to invite Eustace. I see. Well, I can't deny that. You needn't apologize. I find your choice rather fascinating, actually. Eustace, you're not helping. Anyway, I really don't think I'm the man you want. Sometimes I can barely keep from tripping over my own feet. Is that so? Elise once told me that she asked you to help her practice the finer points of ballroom dancing. In fact, she says you're an excellent dancer, that you step lightly and very gracefully. Is that not true, Reen? I understand. It was rude of me to trouble you with a petition like this on such short notice. And besides, I don't suppose you would have much interest in dancing with a little girl like me. No. That's not what I mean, Your Highness. Oh, that's my sister, all right. She really knows how to twist the knife. Your Highness, please. You too, Prince Olivert. Looks like they're having fun. I had no idea the Imperial family was such a lively and cheerful bunch. I get the feeling they aren't all like this. I see now. How could I have not seen it cross my mind? Perhaps the truth is that you already have your heart set on someone else? Or is there someone you're already courting?
Well, do you. I'm positively dying to know which maiden has conquered the battlefield of your heart.
Wait, I don't mean I mean, yikes! How am I going to get to this one? I'm not quite too sure how to turn her down gently. Very well, I shall relent this time. Huh? Ah. However, next year I'll be 16, just like your sister. That's when I'll be making my debut into high society, so, I'd be very happy if you'd give my invitation some thought.
Yeah, a good way to put him on the spot, but it's also often being rather, I guess, kind to her friend Elise in seeing if Reen does have his heart set on someone.
Well, aren't you the lucky one? Her Highness really seems to be taking a liking to you.
You really ought to have accepted her invitation. It might have led to something truly unexpected in the future. Nah, I doubt it. It seemed like she just took an interest in me because I'm her friend's brother. She didn't seem all that serious about it, so I figured she's just trying to tease the two of us.
Can't deny it seemed that way. But I get the impression that that wasn't all that was going on in there.
You weren't the only one feeling nervous the whole time. Prince Olivert was even more of a unusual person than I had heard.
No doubt about that. He seems entertaining to be around.
To think he's the one who made Class 7 possible. He seemed easygoing, but hearing him talk about our class what made what we're doing even feel even more important. And besides, he gave us plenty of other useful info.
Yeah, including the fact that the board of directors seem to have their own agenda for us.
I have no idea what they're planning, but their motives seem incredibly suspicious.
Agreed. Hearing about the instructor's background kind of threw me for a loop, too. I would have imagined she used to be a bracer. Maybe because you don't really see them around anymore to begin with.
A rank is more or less the highest you can be, too. I assume you already knew about her history, Fee?
Yep. The Guild's is every Jaeger Corps' main competition, after all. Perhaps even ran into her a few times during our operations.
Really? Unbelievable.
I've almost forgotten about those good old days.
Hey, Sarah. So the cat's out of the bag. Instructor?
How long have you been there? Oh, so you looked like you finally found out about my work history, hmm? I guess that kind of tarnishes my ravishing adult charm a bit, then.
I hate to break it to you, but you didn't have any to begin with.
Ouch. Shh. Did you hear an old May sighing?
What was that? Hey, Claire.
Good evening, everyone.
Captain Claire? This is quite the unusual combination.
Let me be the first to assure you this wasn't my idea. But the governor asked me to tell you that tomorrow's field study is being put on hold. Instead, you'll get the exciting opportunity to help this lady and her goons with their evil schemes.
Huh?
What? Evil schemes?
Sarah, could you maybe not try to put them off entirely before I've even had the chance to explain? Actually, there is a matter I'd like all of you to help us with. I've discussed this with the governor, and he decided this would be the best way to handle the issue. And the cars are pulling up. Now, if you'd be so kind as to get on board, I'll explain everything to you at the command post in Heimdall Central Station. Because we've got all sorts of other interesting things to do. Same day, 21:30. Oh, everybody's are still out and about on the night of the town. Too early to go to bed just yet. Terrorists? Indeed. I'm afraid we have no choice but to define them as such. Unfortunately, we have no clue as to their aim, nor do we know the names of the group's members, its size, or its history. At present, it doesn't even seem that the terrorist group has even established a name for themselves. Yes, they do. Alphabet Soup Trip. That's a lot of unknowns. Would I be correct in assuming the man we met in the Nord Highlands was trying to start a war as a member? Gee! Gideon! So, he's one of them, huh?
He said his name was Gideon or G or something like that.
So, what's that? So that's what the man you encountered in the Highlands was up to.
He does sound like the terrorist type. And do you think he and his group are going to try something tomorrow on the first day of the summer festival? We're currently operating under that assumption, yes. The summer festival lasts 3 days, but unlike the festivals in other provinces, only the first day garners much attention. It's been a month since the incident in Nord. If they intend to make their next move soon, tomorrow is a likely time. I'd have to agree. Terrorists do love their time in the spotlight, after all. And considering how easily Gideon gave you his name, I'm betting we'll start to see them acting more openly too. First, you gather arms and other like-minded allies in secret. Then you reveal yourself with a bang and keep on going in quick succession. That's the typical terrorist demo.
I see.
And you want us to assist with countermeasures against them?
Right. The RMP will be joining forces with the Heimdall military police to bolster the capital's security.
Unfortunately, as big as the capital is, I can't say with complete confidence that there'll be no holes in our security.
That's where you come in. You'll be assisting our security measures as a reserve force.
Oh, it should be nice if the guild was still active here. That would come mighty handy right about now.
Yes, I don't disagree. Sarah, you do know that the RMP had no involvement in the guild's withdrawal from the capital, right?
Oh, really? I mean, your boss and that brother of yours could hardly make their opposition to the guild more obvious as they tried.
Well...
Wow, these two really seem to have a messy history between them.
It sure looks that way, especially where the guild is concerned.
Although, it sounds like your brother has been keeping busy in Crossbell recently.
Huh?
So, what's going to be?
Whether you choose this as your field study task for tomorrow is totally up to you.
If you decline, there are plenty of tasks the governor needs taken care of, like you've been doing for the past 2 days. The summer festival is a busy time after all. Lots of little details that need to be squared away.
We are going to do this thing. I think I speak for Group A when I say we'd be glad to join in with the anti-terrorist countermeasures.
Group B feel the same.
All right then. Thank you for your assistance, everyone. Now let's get moving right along to confirming the patrol routes you'll be following. Well, we get to do more exciting stuff. Same day, 2300 hours. It's a late night. Oh, Sarah's gonna stick with us for a little bit? Yay! It's always nice to have a teacher with us. Probably brings back lots of memories, too.
Wow, this place sure brings back memories. Up until a year and a half ago, I'd swing by here at least once a week.
Really?
I would be surprised if I'd see you around before then. Well,
I did end up getting to know your sister. Fiona, right? Works as piano teacher?
Seriously? Wait, she did say she knew someone who worked at the guild.
I guess she was talking about the instructor? Still, instructor, what is it that caused the guild to withdraw from the capital? I've been wondering that for a while now myself. The guild used to be pretty active here in Erebonia, right? Well, yeah. The direct cause was guild branches all over the country being blown up, but I'm sure you already know about that. The culprits were Jaeger Corps hired by a nasty bunch the guild was at odds with back at the time. Well, still is, but anyway. Thanks to a dependable ally, we were able to defeat the Jaegers, but by then, the Imperial government had its eye on us. They started making life difficult for us, took away most of the guild's authority in the country, leaving our hands tied. Eventually, the branches here started closing one by one, with no real prospect of ever reopening.
So that's how it was. Yeah, we learned more about this in Trails of the Sky the Third with one of the doors.
Gosh, that brings back memories too. Instructor. Oh, don't worry. Your dad might be the city's governor, but he wasn't really involved. A certain friend of his, however, was very involved.
You're talking about Gileath Osborne.
Chancellor Gileath Osborne, representative of the Imperial government, I assume.
Yep, him and his cronies in the Imperial Intelligence Division.
It's kind of like a sister organization to the Railway Military Police. Anyway, after that, I was out of a job. That's when Principal Van Dyke came and offered me a position at the academy. I started as a combat instructor last spring, and after that I wound up being chosen as your class's homeroom teacher. I still help out at the guild from time to time, though. That's how I ended up bringing in our Jaeger princess here.
Head pat? Head pat!
Knock it off. So that's what happened. You mentioned that a Jaeger Corps was responsible for the attacks. What was its name?
Oh, it wasn't the same group Fia used to run with. They were called Jester, not a particularly high-ranking outfit.
I see.
Yes, we know the Jester name too.
Worried about me? Well, I did suspect that it was likely a different corps. From the sound of it, the Jaeger Corps Fee belonged to was a pretty large one, though.
Oh, definitely. She was with Zephyr. Their leader was this insidious guy known as the Jaeger King. You name a combat specialty, Jaeger had it covered. They were the only corps on par with the Red Constellation, which had its roots in the Berserkers of the Middle Ages. They caused me plenty of trouble back when I was still a full-time bracer. Look who's talking. You caused us plenty of trouble yourself.
It's hard to believe this all happened to people we actually know.
Yeah, it sounds more like a story out of some novel.
Anyway, the terrorists you've been hearing about lately aren't part of any Jaeger Corps. I figured that was the case. Generally, Jaegers are interested in just two things: money and fighting. That Gideon guy you encountered in the Nord Highlands doesn't seem to fit that description, though. If I had to guess, I'd say he's acting on some kind of deep-seated grudge.
A grudge, huh?
Well, it's hard to say anything for sure. I've never met him myself. From what I understand, he did seem particularly tenacious.
He was definitely that. Which means we're really going to have to step it up for our patrol tomorrow.
Your involvement is just a precautionary step, but if you're going to help, give it your best, I'd say. Seems like your team works smoother than ever too, so all the better. Anyway, it's late.
So get your report written and get some sleep. I'm gonna crash out in one of the empty rooms upstairs.
And she's happy to do so. There she goes. The instructor never changes, does she?
No.
You sure?
She seemed more talkative than usual. Feels like she is pushing herself.
Now that you mention it, she did seem far more forthcoming with information than usual. Maybe she's feeling a bit weird being back in her old workplace. You might be right. Still, I guess we're not really in any position to be worrying about her. We'll just have to do our best to coordinate with Group B tomorrow to make sure everything goes smoothly. Agreed. Alright, the sooner we can get that report written, the sooner we can get some sleep. Sleep. The thing that evades me a lot. That night, we have darkness. My old friend? Huh? I thought I heard something outside. Go investigate. Maybe I should check it out. Maybe it's somebody sleepwalking. It sounded like footsteps. Did someone go downstairs? Well, let's go see. In the meantime, we can check on everybody else. This is the girls' room. I probably shouldn't try going in there right now. Not if I value my life, anyway. Definitely not. That'd be a bad thing to do. Let's go downstairs, though. Oh. Sarah! Instructor Sarah? Oh, did I wake you? I just thought I heard something, so I came to see what it was. Can't sleep? Nah, just feeling a little nostalgic being back here, I guess. Years ago, someone suggested that I become a bracer, and that's just what I did. I spent my days working with a bunch of odd friends and companions, going through request after request. It seems weird now, but how busy I used to be back then. It does sound like work kept you on your toes. Still, this building must mean a lot to you, huh? Yes, it does. I'd be lying if I said I didn't wish I could go back to those days sometimes. It was definitely exhausting, but I guess I was usually having too much fun to notice. More than anything, I really felt like I belonged there. Oh, don't get me wrong, though. I really enjoy my work now, too. You do? How could I not? I ended up becoming your class's instructor. As far as I'm concerned, life's just as fulfilling now as it was back then. No need for you to get all soft and worrying about me. All right. But I'll keep doing whatever I can, so that you'll always feel like you belong here with Class VII. Thanks. Look at us, up at the middle of the night, talking away like a couple of barflies. If we had a bottle or two here, I would have loved to drink until dawn with you, but we're all out. Tragic. You do know I'm too young to drink, right? Well, we should probably get back to our rooms and get some sleep. Tomorrow's going to be another action-packed day, so we'll need all the rest we can get. Too true. We'll be counting on you again tomorrow's instructor. You're gonna need my tender mercies, too. You've got some hard work coming your way, so you better get a good night's sleep. It'll be a challenge.
この調子で頑張りなさい。
Not quite a new rank yet. Next day, 1 a.m. Back at the port. Hey, it's our old buddy. Not all mysterious at all. He's just going on a stroll.
時は至った。今こそ我らが鉄槌を持って赤き都の眠りを覚ます時だ。
Yeah. We didn't have the crowd noise, so I had to make two. Comrade G, all of the necessary preparations are complete. But it feels like you have so few men accompanying you. Wouldn't it be wise to call in a few others for backup?
何？心配は無用だ。
He has an ace up his sleeve.
この笛さえあれば、鉄道憲兵隊も恐れるに足りん。
I'd love to say he's got a trick, he's got ace up his sleeve. No, he's got a flute up his sleeve.
明日はとうとう我々の名前を世間に知らしめる時。
The Alphabet Soup Troop.
頼もしき同志たちよ。力を尽くしてくれたまえ。
Yeah. I wish they could have put some of the voices in for that. That would have been a lot better, I think. Field Study Day 3 and Operation Day 1. Day of the Summer Festival. And all the confetti flying from the air. That would have been cool to go to that festival. Alright, I'm going to check in on Group B before heading over to the Railway Military Police's command post. Just give me a call in your Arcus if you find anything during your patrols. Okay. Will do, Instructor. Leave it to us. Still, I was expecting Captain Claire to be our point of contact. Yeah, I wasn't expecting you to agree to cooperate with the Railway Military Police. I'm not exactly delighted about working with them, but things are looking pretty serious. I'm helping them this once and acting as your point of contact, but I won't let them forget a minute that they owe me. Anyway, I'll see you all later. Tell Fiona thanks for breakfast. Sure thing. Oh, I wonder what she made for breakfast this morning. I'd be curious to know. Alright, we should get moving too. We've got our designated areas, so we'll be patrolling them one by one, keeping an eye out for anything suspicious. Instructor Sarah said she'd contact us around noon too. Let's be off then. Yeah. I'm guessing the city's gonna be packed with people since it's the first day of the summer festival. That's all the more reason we need to stay especially vigilant. What's wrong, Milton? Oh, hi, Elliot. There's a pretty interesting rumor floating around at the moment about someone just vanishing all of a sudden. Did you say vanishing? Do you know any more details? Oh, caught your interest, I see. I don't know. This is some pretty good stuff. It might even be too juicy to share. Speak up. Or I'll force it out of you. Right. Okay, I get it. Dang. You two are scary. So, yeah, like I said, someone from one of the apartments here just straight up vanished. Caretaker came by to check on them this morning and found the room as empty as if no one ever lived there. The only thing left in there was the key to the room. That's quite the curious situation. Yeah, especially since they disappeared without even telling anyone. I've never heard anyone leaving town during the summer festival either. Maybe they had a reason they had to move out so quickly. Do you think this might be related to the terrorists in some way?
Sounds like a stretch. Whoa there. You guys seem to have like you got some good material. What's this about tearing wrists? Come on, fill me in. No. Don't worry, it's nothing important. There does seem to be some substance behind this rumor, though.
Agreed. I think we'll do well to keep this story in mind.
That's all there is to investigate on Alto Street. We should probably move on to another part of the city.
Is that him? Oh, no, it's not. Oh, I do hope he notices and comes back here.
I wonder what's wrong.
I don't know. He kind of stands out in that suit, though. We should probably ask. Excuse me, is something the matter? Oh, are you speaking to me? Oh, as a matter of fact, I'm trying to find the owner of this briefcase. A lost briefcase, huh?
Where'd you find it?
Slow down now. It's not quite accurate to say that I found it or that he lost it. I actually have this exact briefcase, you see. As fate would have it, I bumped into the owner of this one earlier, which led us to mistakenly taking each other's.
That's ridiculously unlucky. Well, it's Bond. He's very unlucky.
What an absurd coincidence. I could scarcely believe it myself. I came back here the moment I realized, hoping he'd do the same, but he's yet to turn up. That explains things. Regardless, I plan on waiting here for a little while longer. Thank you for lending me a friendly ear, though.
You're welcome.
Could we offer him our aid, Reen?
Help him find his briefcase. Would you mind if we lent you a hand? And oh my gosh, that was scary. The person just popped in out of nowhere. Oh gosh, that was very quirky. We might be able to find him if we ask around.
Are you sure? I feel terrible burdening you like that. But simply waiting for him to return may not be the most effective method either.
Don't worry about us.
Oh, you guys are so kind. Are you truly sure about this? We wouldn't offer if we weren't. Thank you so much. All right. If I'm going to be relying on you, then I should properly introduce myself. The name is Bond, and I'm currently employed as a broker in Crossbell. Yes, we met up with you and had a whole several videos throughout the Crossbell arc working with you. I've only come here to Heimdall a few times, so I'm not all that familiar with it. Your kindness means a lot to me.
I'm glad we noticed you then. Yeah, no one wants to be in a situation like this when they're abroad.
Would you mind telling us about the owner of this briefcase then? Oh, of course. He's a rather old fellow wearing both a suit and a hat. Sort of like the gentleman that's right in front of me. Oh, and there's a guidebook in this briefcase and details the major attractions summer festival too. It mentioned Princess Alphin's limousine passing through the Garnier district during this afternoon's parade. And next to that was a little note that read, "Don't miss this." That's about all I can tell you, unfortunately.
I think that might have been enough. Guess we could ask around the Garnier district first then. Yeah, he might be there already.
Finding him shouldn't prove too difficult with the description we received.
Especially when we know the exact model of briefcase to look out for too. Speaking of which, is there anything notable in your briefcase?
The bunny plush I bought for my daughter would stand out the most, I imagine.
Understood. We'll keep that in mind. We'll start searching immediately.
Thank you. I really hope you find him. In case of emergency.
What's wrong? You're noticing a suspicious person?
Yep.
Trying to do something when other people aren't looking. Huh? Did you notice something? I thought I sensed someone suspicious.
Do you think it's one of the terrorists? We can typically depend on Fee's instincts at times like these.
Might have been my imagination. Lots of people are excited for the festival here. Could have been one of them.
Either way, that's something we should note in our report. Like Laura said, your instincts tend to be accurate.
Yeah, agreed.
Anyway, I don't think we're done investigating this street yet. Let's get back to our patrol. Hey, Crow.
やっぱ近頃の俺は冴えてるぜ。
Well, I'm glad you're on the roll, sir.
こりゃ特賞はいただきだな。
Crow? Ah, hey guys. How that field study coming along? Oh, it's going fine. But why are you here? Oh, don't you know? Classes don't run back at the academy during the summer festival. So I came here to squeeze as much fun as possible out of this fortuitous bit of free time.
Meaning?
The summer races, of course. Wait, you came all the way here to bet money on horse racing? We're minors. We're not allowed to place bets. Do I look like a lawbreaker to you? Yes, you do. There's a magazine that's running a prize contest for the summer races. You send in your predictions, and if you're spot on, you win a really fancy prize. So you came all this way to the capital just to check on that? If only we all had such boundless energy. All right. It's time for some serious praying to the goddess. I'll leave the money here, okay? Thank you very much. Come back anytime. Anyway, I'm heading over to the cathedral over in the Sank District. Peace. Thanks. Come on, goddess, let me win that prize. No, you got other things on your mind. That seems a rather pedestrian thing to pray for. So irresponsible. Well, that's Crow for you. Anyway, I think that's all there is to investigate on Vancouver Street. Time to move on to one of those other areas. Oh my, aren't you the military academy students from the other day? It's Vita! So we meet again. Did you come all this way here just to see me? Miss Clotilde, I didn't think we'd get another chance to meet you. Hello again. Actually, we're here as part of our field study again. We're doing a patrol of the city. Aw, isn't that a shame? But I'm glad to see you're all working so hard. I see the two of you were able to make peace, too. I'm surprised. How could you notice such a small change when you only met us 2 days ago? Oh, was I right? I just had a feeling that might be the case. Call it a women's intuition. Anyway, have you noticed any significant changes since we last talked? Well, thanks to you all taking care of that beast, I've been able to truly relax during my stay. I've slept wonderfully this past couple of nights. But now that you mention it, I did notice a suspicious-looking group of people near the hotel last night. You did? There were two of them talking in the back alley near here, hats pulled tightly over their heads. When they noticed me trying to sneak a peek, they panicked and vanished into the night. I did overhear them talking about a plan of some sort, though. A plan? That does sound rather suspicious, though we don't know enough to say for certain. Yeah, it does sound like something we should keep in mind. Thank you for your help. I'm glad to have been of service. Still, I'd love to stay here and talk for a while, but I'm afraid my schedule is a little booked up at the moment. Are you busy doing something for the festival? Yes, I was invited by a member of the imperial family to sing at a banquet being held at the palace tonight. I was actually on my way to rehearse for it. I see. I wish I could go and watch, but I doubt there's any chance of that.
Obviously. Well, good luck. We wish you all the best.
The same to you. Anyway, goodbye for now. There's a pro for you. Even when you wish her luck, you're the one who ends up feeling encouraged. Indeed, she never ceases to surprise. That's all there is to investigate in the Garnier district. Time to move on to one of those other areas. Welcome. Are you here for some fresh juice? Unfortunately not. There's something we'd like to ask you. Reen asked Jonathan if he had seen the man that Bond had described to them. Yes, the one who was wearing a hat, but the briefcases were switched. Yeah. I saw a guy like that not too long ago, actually. So, he was an exact match? Yep. Old man with a briefcase wearing a suit and hat, right? Bingo. That must be him. We're actually trying to find him. Did he tell you anything as to... might have given you an idea as to where he was going? He did ask me if there was a good place to sit down and relax around here. He also mentioned that he wanted somewhere simple since everything here is so expensive. So, where did you tell him to go? Oh, I recommended Alto Street, which isn't too far from here. In retrospect, maybe I should have been more specific and recommended a store. Oh, where Elliot lives. Yeah, if that's where he is, then checking Etoile is probably our best bet. Allow us to make our way there, then. Thank you for your cooperation. No worries. He's got to be around here somewhere, yes? Yes, there he is. Man with hat. Sir, I need to talk to you. Hey, Reen, check out that briefcase over there. This must be the guy we're looking for. Excuse me. Oh, why? Hello there. Is there something you need from me? Funny you should ask. Reen explained the mix-up to the man and asked him to check the contents of his briefcase. Really? Well, let me check. The man opened up his briefcase and checked the contents. Oh no, this really isn't my case. You're right. Please, take me to this Bond person right away. Yeah, so we can just clear up this mix-up once and for all. And Bond can get this stuff back and go back to Crossbell. Please accept my apologies for not noticing sooner. I don't come to Heimdall that often either, so your quick thinking saved us both. Oh no, I can't take the credit for this. It's all thanks to these students who that worked things out. All I did was stand here and wait. Oh, these young men and women are so kind. Once again, allow me to express my thanks to all of you. Not everyone would take the time to search for me like you did. I'd like to second that. Part of me was worried that I wouldn't be able to return to Crossbell. But now I can, all thanks to you. There's no need to thank us, really. We didn't do much. That's hardly true. Please take this. It's a little something from Crossbell. It's not much, but I hope it'll convey my appreciation. Received, Running Mishi. And at this point, Tio cried, or she sneezed, or the two. We meet again, Mishi. You sure we can have this? I insist. Thank you. Is there anything else you need before we leave? Oh, no, I think everything is going to be just fine. Thank you once again. Oh, gentlemen, I'm still amazed we both have the exact same briefcase. What a curious coincidence. It certainly is. I didn't believe these kids at first. Well, now that we met, why do you say we go watch the parade together? I like the way you think. Looks like they hit it off pretty well. Same day, 12 o'clock. There's that call we were waiting for, hopefully. This is Class 7, Group A. Reen Schwarzer speaking. Hey, it's Sarah. Give me an update. Understood. She sounds way more serious than usual. Reen reported the results of the morning patrol. I see. Something sounds off, all right. Though, judging by Fee's reactions, it doesn't sound like the terrorists are wandering the streets. We haven't seen anything that would lead us to believe so. I think there's something happening behind the scenes, though. We just can't be sure what it is. Keep sharpening that instinct of yours. It'll prove invaluable to you. It's almost time for the Imperial family's limousines to head out of Outplane Palace to the respective events. Crown Prince Cedric will be going to Heimdall Cathedral in the northwest. Princess Elfin is headed to Mater Park in the northeast. And Prince Olivert will be going to Heimdall Racetrack in the southwest. I want to go there. I want to see the horsies. Prince Olivert's got an extremely capable bodyguard with him, though, so I'm not as worried about him. Yes, he is awesome. I've tasked Group B with looking after the Crown Prince, so I'd like you to keep an eye on Princess Elfin. Just make sure she gets to the garden party safely. After that, you can resume your patrol. Understood. We'll head to Mater Park at once. Was that the instructor? New marching orders, huh? You guessed it. The limousine carrying Princess Elfin is about to leave Flame Palace. Our mission is to make sure she gets to the garden party safely. Right. We should get to Mater Park as soon as possible, then. We can follow the main street. Alright, as soon as we're ready, let's head to Mater Park. After taking a tram to Mater Park from the tram stop, the main story will advance. We'll probably have to begin our patrol right away once we reach Mater Park. It'll be smart to make sure we've sorted out everything else before we go. Traveling to Mater Park will cause the main story to advance. Well, you only told me that like 5 seconds ago. Well, let's take the tram. Ding ding! Oh, the palace is just still so amazing. Here they come! Lovely cars. The silver one's nice. The green one's nice too, but I like the red. Everybody take your photos now, if you have an orbital camera. If not, just enjoy the view. And it's good to see all the happy people. So far, so good. Off they go. Oh, that is a spacious ride.
It's quite nice to be out and about like this once in a while. Though it would have been even nicer if you'd gotten dolled up. Just think, we would look so adorable making our debut together at the garden party, wouldn't we? I wish you'd think a little more before you say something like that. We may be friends, but I'm still just a baron's daughter. I just can't very well go around equating my appearance at the party with that of the imperial princess, debut or otherwise. Oh, you're so old-fashioned, Elise. Both the national and local governments are headed by commoners now. Times have changed. Or is it that you're still annoyed that I asked your brother to the dance? Maybe I really should invite him to be my dance partner next year. Oh, Your Highness, please. That's enough. Oh, come. I'm sorry, Elise. It seems like there's still a ray of hope for you. After all, it doesn't look like he has a girlfriend at the moment. Still surrounded by that many lovely ladies, I doubt he'll remain true for long. I don't... I suppose you're right. If Rain were to find someone, perhaps that'd be for the best. Both for him and for me. Elise? Oh, I'm sorry, just thinking out loud. But don't mind me. The people are all waiting for you to wave to them.
But still, I don't ship those two together. I would still be thinking of Reen with somebody else. Alfin? Who knows? We'll have to see as to who I choose by the end of this one. There's many opportunities to be sure. Carl! And everybody clapping, of course. And there's Patrick. And a bunch of other important people. And commoners alike, of course.
Thank you for watching the video today. I do appreciate it. If you can, leave a like as it does help, and consider subscribing if you haven't already. A huge thank you to my supporters, and if you'd like to help the channel, please feel free to visit the links in the description below and become a member. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Bye!